Okay. Now let me ask everybody a favor. Mute yourself, okay? So we won't have interruptions. Okay.
Yeah.
I think most of you know what to do anyway. That's one good thing.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Good morning, good evening, everybody.
Everywhere around the world. Good to see you guys. And we can have some discussion later, which will be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, we can open up all the mics later on when we finish, okay?
Mhm.
Well, like Marguerite said earlier, our scheduled guest have health issues and had to cancel, so we decided to do the interview ourselves, okay? So we'll interview one another or each other, since the two of us is each other.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start.
So, what is your background?
Oh, it's rather complicated. Well, I grew up in Hong Kong, came to the United States to study to become a chemical engineer. And I got 3 degrees in chemical engineering.
Mary, you need to mute yourself. I can mute her. Okay, I muted you, Mary. It's okay.
Okay. So after I finished my doctorate in chemical engineering, I couldn't find a job. So I decided to become a lawyer instead. So I finished my law degree in 1977 and became a lawyer. Yeah. So how about you?
Oh, okay. So I came to the United States in 1965, a long time ago when I was 17 with my parents. And so I went to school, then went to Maryland, University of Maryland, which is our local university. Yeah, that's University of Maryland. That's where I met Pat. And so like, I guess like a typical person, you know, I got a degree in mathematics. And the funny story is, just share with you guys, I actually got accepted at Maryland as a civil engineer. And then my cousin came into town and she told my dad, what do you mean? You want her to be a civil engineer? She's going to have to tread through mud when she goes to, you know, for work and all that. So my dad says, oh, what do you want then? So I said, how about music? And then my father says, no, music, you don't become famous until you get very old. You're not going to make any money. So then I picked the easiest one to go to. So I thought, okay, maybe then I'll be math major, because my English wasn't so good, you know, back then. And so I picked up. That's how I graduated with a mathematics degree with a computer sciences minor, because I think computer science just started back in Maryland at that point. Yeah. And so that's my background.
Yeah, don't forget, okay, we are not young.
Yeah, we're from the dark ages, okay?
Okay, so you want to show our slides now?
Okay, so anyways, we should talk. Yeah, okay. We're gonna,
it's okay walking
yeah, we're gonna walk through that, and then we're gonna show some. So during the time that we, okay, you could go next page already, yeah. Play. So this is what do you need?
Annotate. No, okay. I cannot see it as well. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I cannot see my cursor.
Then you just go to the next page.
Okay.
You can't go next page.
No, you can. Okay.
Okay.
Recognize these guys?
Me and Pat met at University of Maryland. And then I guess my parents are here. So kind of like, you know, for family, we didn't want to move away. So then we got married. We have actually wait for Pat's law school. We didn't have our number one kid until we're married for 7 years. And I was 31 at that point. It's okay.
Okay.
So this is the patent. This when we went to Phoenix for a licensing trademark convention. Yeah.
I represented the oil company I used to work for, okay, Mobil Oil. I was the patent attorney for the whole company. So
yeah.
The this is the get-go.
Yeah, and the most memorable part of that trip is they have, you know how to, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the game called tic-tac-toe.
Yeah.
Okay, in the tic-tac-toe, they set up this little chicken behind the scene, and there are kids and the other lawyers are playing tic-tac-toe against the chicken. You can never win against that chicken. That is a smart chicken.
That chicken was fast, and the two kids watched the lawyer who lost with the chicken.
And they start hilariously laughing. Oh, and then what else?
Embarrassing.
Yeah, and then no, the other one is when we went riding with horses.
Yeah,
we had a horse.
That's why we have all these westerns.
And the horse knew that I was the pushover, and the horse had a, I was the last one, I think.
No, I was the last one.
You were the last one. Anyway, the horse would walk in the branches and push me into the branch. And then I remember that was very fussy, very, very painful for me, but it was still fun. Never rode a horse. That's the first time I think I rode a horse in my life.
Well, that was
It was fun though.
Yeah. Okay. Now this is 2018.
Yes.
And well, that's why when our older son got married. Okay.
Yeah. And my dad was he was 100 that year. He was 100. So on the left, you see my younger son with his wife, Stephen, with his wife, Matilda, our younger grandson, Landon, and then Pat is holding our older grandson, Andrew, and they're the newlywed.
Kevin in the middle is a newlywed.
And Cassandra.
Okay. Oh, can you see Stephen and
I think if you minimize us. I don't know. Can you see all the pictures here? Hold on. Where is the little cursor?
I know it disappeared.
Yes, we can.
You can, right? That's okay. So now, see, Kevin just had a baby. Oh, I mean, Cassandra just had a baby, not Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin had a baby girl in December, and they also have a dog. Okay, Cassie's holding to the dog, but it's a black lab, so you can barely see her. Meanwhile, Stephen's got 3 kids.
Yeah.
Andrew, Landon, and Victoria. You can see Landon must have fallen into the water.
Not fallen. He probably jumped into the water with joy.
His shirt is wet. That kid is something else.
Yeah.
So, American kid.
Yeah. So we're going to go visit them in 10 days.
Haven't seen them for over a year.
I know.
Because of the pandemic. Terrible. Okay. All right. We've mentioned this already.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did we get started in New Skin? It's because of this house.
Yes. This house is twice as big as the one we were living in at that time. And so when we were looking in that neighborhood, all the houses that were being built, it was a new what you call it, a new area. And all the houses were going to be ready in 3 months, and we couldn't afford it. So when we found this developer, the house will be built in 1 year. So I thought, hey, let's do something. If we can earn something extra money, and then in 1 year, we'll be able to afford this house. And this was taken a few years ago, but this is the house. That was our dream house.
And one day, we signed the contract in May 1988. And one day, clear out of the blue, our kid's karate instructor called us and asked, how would you like to earn some extra money? Now, if I ask you that question, how would you respond? Yeah, what is it? Okay, so, but we still refused him 3-4 times before we met with him. So, but he came and explained to us what New Skin all about. We had no idea what he's talking about, but he did do a demo on Marguerite's
with our facelift. So apparently our facelift product is coming back in fashion, and everybody's using facelift, even me. I know that Monica challenged me to do facelift. You know, I didn't do it every day, but I did at least 3 times a week. And so you can see my neck got so much better. So by the time we can travel to Asia, maybe I have no more double chin. Okay.
Well, anyway, so And also mentioned that after 3 months, he was able to make $2,400 a month in commission from New Skin. We figured, if we can duplicate that, maybe not in 3 months, but how about in a year, our money problems will be resolved. So that's how we got started, okay, with the goal of making $2,400 a month after 1 year in the business. And after 1 year, did we make it? No, but we made 2,100, but that's good enough for us. And okay, you have to remember that this 2,100 is really extra income because both of us were still working full time. All right, so we continue with the business.
係啊，美國東岸嗰呢啲係，你睇下間屋幾靚。唔睇。
Hi, would you mute yourself, please?
Yeah.
你講英文，咁我係英文人嚟。
Okay.
So,
Okay.
okay, thank you. Well, so where were we?
$2,100.
Yeah, okay. After we started doing New Skin, I mean, we continue doing New Skin. And after 2 years, the New Skin income is twice her salary at the airline. So she decided to go full time.
Yes.
And one advantage of doing full time is you don't have to get up early.
That's right. I am. So like this morning, we had to set the alarm at 7:30. Naturally, I can't get out of bed. I finally got up at 8 o'clock for this 9 o'clock meeting. So you can see me, you know, I am all ready.
Right. Very, very, I feel sorry for you. You have to get up so early. Anyway, so we decided she decided to leave her job. Okay, meanwhile, I still work. And I used to wake her up before I left for work because I want to make sure she knew where I was going. And she didn't appreciate that at all.
So I suggested, Pat, why don't you join me? Why don't you quit your job and join me in the business? And in theory, our business will grow even triple fast. But PhD, lawyer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I spent a lot of time getting my law degree. Okay. And well, when I was in law school, I worked during the day from 9 to 5 in a law firm searching patents. At night, I went to law schools from 6 to 8, 5 days a week. And I did this for 4 years. So I spent a lot of effort in getting my law degree. And I passed the bar exam in 1977. So I didn't want to walk away from my law job so easily. Plus, I was having fun at the oil company, you know, not much pressure. To me, at that time, it was not much pressure. So I decided to, okay, give her a condition, a challenge, so to speak. I'll go full time in New Skin when the New Skin income in 1 month is more than what I earn as a lawyer in 1 year.
You know, that wasn't exactly what he said. He kind of said, all right, it's your New Skin. If your New Skin one day, your New Skin monthly income can surpass my law yearly income, I will carry your bags.
Don't believe her, okay? She added that last part in. But anyway, I figure it'll never happen. So yeah, you can go spread the rumor. Little do I know that 7 years into the business,
it happened.
It happened. 1 month New Skin, more than 1 year being a lawyer. So I gave up my job in February 1996, declared early retirement, and joined her New Skin full time.
And you went to Korea.
And the first trip I took as in a full time, after I joined New Skin full time, was at that time Korea just opened, and it was in February 1996. She volunteered me to go, and it was cold in Korea in February. Ooh. That's why I always remember Korea. But anyway, so that's briefly our New Skin story. Okay, so our driving force behind New Skin when we joined was this house.
Yeah.
We want to have a better living condition, better living environment, more quiet, more peaceful, more room. That's what got us started in New Skin, okay? So what New Skin has taught us is what when we have a job, it's usually one person's lifetime labor, okay? One made a change, we made a change.
Yeah.
To what? New Skin. And we built a New Skin team. And what has that brought us? It absolutely changed our life. So remember the house we used to live? We don't live there anymore.
So now this is down the street, walking about 5 minutes next to the golf course. Now we used to be across the street from the golf course. Now we are on the golf course, 7th hole. And this is the view from the backside. Very pretty. We live in this house. We're talking to you. If you can see it, it is right at
The corner.
the corner here, right on top of the trees. Yeah. Now the trees are much taller. This was taken a few years back. Yeah. Okay. Do you have a night view on this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one year, my brother-in-law, at Christmas time, I said, I would like to have a picture of our house from the back on the other side of the pond. And so he went to take this picture, and we really like this picture. Yes.
He walked around the pond and took this picture. You
Yeah,
you can see our Christmas tree too.
I know.
That's normally we have a 12, 13, or 14-foot Christmas tree in the house.
Yeah.
And you can see where we're talking to you is the one
If you're looking at the picture on the right side,
Christmas
where
tree level, go all the way to the right. That's where we are sitting
you
now.
see the bookcase. You see the bookcases there, yeah. And then downstairs is where our exercise room and our New Skin room, but we can't see.
Yeah.
We can't see through it. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So what else has New Skin brought us?
Yeah. So for me, I lived in Paris when I was a kid for 5 years. So when New Skin decided to go to Europe, I said, oh, Pat, wouldn't it be nice if I have a little piece Paris that we own? So we actually happened to be taking some investment courses, and they talk about, real estate investment. So while we were in Paris that year, we purchased a little place on the 2nd district, right in the heart of Paris. So this area is called Saint Denis. The street is called Saint Denis. The area is 2nd district, right next to the Halles, which was the center of Paris back in 100 years ago, where all the groceries come in and out every day. Yeah. So this building was built, I think, in 1911. So it's over 100-year-old. It's very pretty, and we love it.
It's older than us.
It's older than us. That's true. Yeah.
But you can see her up on the 1, 2, 3, 4th floor, standing by the window, looking out.
5th floor.
5th floor.
Because
ground
this
floor,
is ground
2nd
floor.
floor. Okay. Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
5th floor.
Standing in front of, looking out the window.
Yes.
Looking at me on the street, trying to not get hit by the car.
Yeah.
Next. Now, I think some of you guys in Greater China are going to Maldives.
That's right. Oh, I wish I can go. We wish we can go with you guys, because Maldives is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
This was taken in Maldives, one of the hotels. There are many, many islands in the Maldives, and this is one of the islands. I don't know which island you guys were going to. I doubt it would be this one, because it's a rather small hotel. It's got only 20, 30 rooms.
Yeah. And so this was their honeymoon suite. So I think what you do when we went with a little group. And so we were there. I said, wow, this is so beautiful. Can we check out? And the 2nd, 3rd morning, we were walking on the dock. And then we saw there's a cleaning lady doing cleaning for the end suite. So we asked her, could we go there, take a look? And we fell in love with it. So we went to the front desk, can we move into that suite for the rest of the trip? And so we moved in there for like 3 nights or something like that. It was beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful. Yes.
At a beautiful price too.
Yeah.
Next, okay. This is back a few years ago. New Skin had a team elite trip to Paris.
Yeah.
And we
Visited Mona Lisa.
They closed the one section of the Louvre just for us. And we were able to take a picture with Mona Lisa. This is the real thing behind us, okay?
Yeah, I know. It was a lovely trip. Yeah.
It was a great trip. And oh, okay.
This is taken, oh, some of it's different. Yeah. 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2019 in the summer. Now let's start with the upper left photograph. That's me and Marguerite standing in front of the White House.
Yeah.
That's the White House lawn.
Yeah. So they had a picnic there.
And someone invited us to join them. You know, well, you want to come to our congressional picnics? Are you kidding? Yes. That's how we joined. Okay.
Very beautiful. Very nice.
And to the right, the upper right is Lake Louise in Canada.
Yeah.
Well,
So some of you Canadians knows the Lake Louise. You got to go in the summertime. It's so
very nice.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Very, very, very calm and green and very peaceful.
Yeah.
And the right bottom photograph is the London Bridge. We took a cruise and the cruise ship docked after passing through the London Bridge.
I know, that was an amazing. We took videos of that. It was so nice.
Yeah.
Fun.
To the left, we're standing in front of a hotel that used to be a church in Maastricht, Holland. Okay, we went to a Andre Rieu concert, a live concert.
Yeah, and you see in the picture on there's this guy with the arm out like that. That is Andre Rieu. We are in love with him. He is he is what, the concert.
He's a leader
for Johann Strauss Orchestra.
Yeah.
Is that, yeah.
He plays all the old waltzes.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun, you know, attending his concerts are really fun.
Mhm.
So you guys can go online and look what kind of music he plays.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now this is the one that I think everybody should go when you. This is what allow us to go. Okay. When you there are 3 requirements that you must satisfy in order to go. Number 1, money, of course. Okay. I mean, it's not a cheap trip. Number 2, time. You have to take off for, well, it says 24 days here, but you have to arrive 1 day early and leave 1 day after. So that means you have to be free for 20 days. Yes, essentially the whole month. All right. And this is the third requirement is what? Health. You got to be able to walk around to healthy enough to do the trip. Okay. So let's see what happened here.
This is why we were in Peru, Machu Picchu.
And climbing up down the steps is not so easy.
Went to Easter Island. Pat took this picture.
I snorkeled in the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah.
It should be Myanmar.
Yeah. My favorite place.
India.
I took this with my iPhone.
I know. Ah, Petra.
Okay, this is by private charter jet. Okay, the plane could take only 80 passengers. So, I mean, we had fun. And
Yeah.
the funny thing is we didn't feel tired after the trip.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because we're sleeping in the hotel every night. We're not sleeping on the airplane. So every night we stopped at the 5 or 6 star hotel. It was very, very comfortable. You didn't have to carry your own luggage because
Yeah,
they do
no.
our own luggage carrying.
We only
the
allowed to
hand
carry our
yeah, a backpack.
That's it. So,
Yeah.
and also everything's arranged. All you have to do is just show up. They took care of you.
Yeah.
So very nice trip. Oh, here's my cursor.
Oh, okay. Click it and see what happened. No.
Okay. So news can not only change our lives, it also change our lives of everyone in our entire organization and for generations. Okay. Now this was taken in Chiang Mai, Thailand. And this is in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have too many pictures of our group meetings, so we just took a few. Okay, so we change not only the people in our own Nu Skin group, we are changing the lives of more people. Okay, so in what way? Well, as we told you, we were both graduates from the University of Maryland. And one day we got a phone call and the lady said, "Oh, hi, Pat. This is Barbara from the University of Maryland." So, "Oh, nice meeting you," I said. "Well, we noticed that you and Marguerite are alums from the university. Have you been back to university lately?" I said, "No."
So she invited us.
"Yeah, why don't you come to the university? The Dean of Engineering would like to invite you as his guest, and we even buy lunch for you. We treat you to lunch." So we went, and then that was a very expensive lunch because he explained to us, although Maryland is a state university, the state only supports them for about 27% of the budget, at least for the engineering department. So they said they rely on donations from alums to really make up the difference. So we wound up setting up 2 endowed professors in chemical engineering and a graduate fellowship in mathematics. Okay, now this is the former president for the University of Maryland, Dr. Wallace Lowe. He retired last June. So yeah, we become good friends with him. Too bad that he's left, but we still know the incoming president too.
I know he's the dean of chemical of engineering department.
College of Engineering. So, well, Dr. Pines is our friend too. I don't know whether it's a good thing or not. Okay. When you get calls from them, it's usually expensive calls. But anyway, Anna, to the photograph on the right, in the right-hand corner, bottom corner, that's our Patrick and Marguerite Sung professor in engineering. He had a grad student who invented something. Now the grad student is on the left holding a bandage. He invented something that can stop heavy bleeding. Okay, the next slide. Okay, so the invention he's got is it can stop bleeding from severe wounds, and even it was featured in the Stephen Hawking's program on Discovery or somewhere. You guys can look it up if you want to. Just look for Matt Dowling and Gel E. Okay, so so in essence, what happened is we are able to help develop this product. And this is a few years later, we get another call from them.
Invite us for a party.
Yeah, inviting for a party. And they say, oh, we have a very nice someone, James Clark donated a whole building, okay, as for the School of Engineering. And they said, well, we have this very nice overlook conference room. How about we name them after you and Marguerite? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what happens here, okay?
Yeah.
So we have a Patrick and Marguerite conference room. Overlook conference. It's very nice. You see it here. Here's the overlook. Below us is the engineering lab that's totally open. This is inauguration day, so they have not set up for anything yet. But we went back one time, they have all kind of desks and tables where the students can do their research and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're glad that we can help out. Moreover, we also endowed 3 scholarships. Okay. One in mathematics in memory of her parents. Another one in engineering in memory of my parents. And another scholarship for undergrad students in business in memory of Sarah Burgess. Well, who's Sarah? Well, Sarah worked as our babysitter and housekeeper for 38 years.
Yeah.
He came to work for us when Kevin was 1 year old, and he passed away. She passed away 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, she worked for us essentially for the rest of her life after she started with us.
Her life, yeah.
Yeah, for her life. So, okay, so we decided to have a legacy for her. Okay, yes. Thank her for raising 2 brats.
Pat always called brats. She said, no, they are fine young men.
I always tease her, Sarah, thank you for raising 2 brats for us. I said, no, fine young men, 2 fine young men. So I guess they grew up okay. I mean, we brought up 2 good boys, not brats. Anyway, so 10 years ago, I contracted autoimmune disease called myasthenia gravis. Okay, we lose control of the muscles. The conventional Western medical doctor would just give you medicine to suppress the symptoms. A friend of mine, Dr. John Pan, told me, he said, look, I've gone into the integrative medicine and we try to treat the whole person and find out what caused your problem instead of giving you medication or drugs which have bad side effects. So he took me through this different type of treatment. I found out, autoimmune usually are caused by food intake. You're eating the wrong food, which cause your body to attack itself because the food contains things your digestive system cannot handle. So it was treated as foreign material. So your gut we see this stuff as enemies and try to generate antibodies to eliminate them. But as time goes on, your body started to attack itself. That's why you become autoimmune. And the problem is, when you have autoimmune, a lot of these symptoms they don't appear right away. Okay, they only appear after a long period of time. So, but under his treatment, I got better. So we decided, okay, we'll start did something in return for him. Okay, so here's what we have.
When we started, right?
This is back in 2018, I think. Okay, this is all available on the web too, if you guys are interested in looking. All right, so for people who have autoimmune problems, I suggest you look into this kind of treatment. And second year, we have the brain-gut axis. And Joe Chang mentioned the brain-gut axis for that Meta, the product called Meta coming in Hong Kong later on this year. Maybe in Asia too, I don't know. And this is the 3rd year.
This is last year.
This is the 4th. This is this year.
This year.
This coming Friday.
Yeah, this coming Friday, but it's very late for Asia.
Well, I mean, you're real diehard. You stay up from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. to watch this. Okay. No, they'll be recorded so you guys can
I'll watch it later.
watch it later.
Yeah, this is
All right.
run by George Washington University Integrative Medicine Group.
Yeah. So, well, that's what we did. What news can help us do this kind of work and helping more and more people. Okay. So it's exactly what it is. Build a new skin team and change lives. What happened here is ours, yours, and many, many others for generations. All right. There's something that not too many people can say that they do. So join us. Thank you. Okay, now let me stop sharing if I can find my cursor. Oh, hey, how about that? All right, so.
Now let's see, there are a lot of chat messages.
Let me see. Everyone.
Yeah, I just like it, yeah.
Okay, so let's open this up for questions,
Yeah,
okay?
Monica has a question. What have you done to recover your immune problem?
Oh, well, okay. With this integrative medicine method is they find out what caused you to have that autoimmune problem. So Dr. Pan put me through a series of blood tests and found out what kind of food I had sensitivities to. By sensitivity that I had mentioned earlier, when you eat the food, your stomach will digest it, okay, normally. But then when you eat foods that your body doesn't like, the stuff will not be digested and pass into the intestines or your gut. The gut will take this as foreign enemy and start to attack it because it's not absorbed by your body. So once you started attacking or generate antibodies, as time goes on, the antibodies keep on coming. So you find up with, and they'll find a one weak spot to attack. And that's the cause of your autoimmune in general now, okay? I mean, it's not that specifically, but you have to go through a series of tests to find out. So he found that I had sensitivity to almonds, lamb, and eggs. And also,
gluten.
Yeah, moderately sensitive to gluten and dairy. So what happened was, that was in June 2009, I think. So for that trip, we went to, after my diagnosis, I found out I had all these sensitivities. We went to Paris.
Oh, yeah.
And then for breakfast, I went down to the restaurant and looked.
No, we did tell the hotel.
No, when we first not when we first get there. First breakfast, we went downstairs and looked. Okay, what can I eat? No bread because no gluten.
No croissant because of gluten.
No dairy, okay, no cheese, no almonds, right? And no, what else? Lamb, no eggs.
No eggs.
So what can I eat for breakfast?
So the next day they brought this gluten-free bread that they sliced up and we had it, but I needed some croissant because that's what we go to Paris for, right? So then after we finished, we this whole loaf of bread, they cut it out and they gave it to us. And I said, well, you can have it back because we're not going to be able to eat that whole bread. They said, it is for you. You can take it back to your room because nobody wants it. And that bread is so heavy. It's like a brick.
But now it's much better. There's much more gluten-free stuff.
Yeah, but that time you can eat salmon. On that trip, you had
I know, it was
every
rough.
morning.
Okay, only can have smoked salmon and fruit.
Yeah. That was fun. It was fun, yeah.
Anyway, any more questions?
Yeah.
How long you have been in Paris? Which year that time?
I think it was 2009.
Oh,
I
2009.
worked for US Air, which doesn't exist anymore. And finally, US Air when we first started with US Air, we flew to Paris in 1974.
No. Oh.
We
Oh,
went,
wow.
we found my elementary school classmates, and then we lost our luggage. We were attending her wedding, and I showed up at her wedding with regular clothes, airplane clothes. Then, so because, Paris is kind of like my second home, so other than Taiwan, Paris is the place I remember most. So we went there. So then we fly to Paris once every few years. Finally, US Air flying to Paris or London. And I took my parents there, I think, that trip. Yeah, we went to Paris. Then after New Skin, then we thought, oh my God, we're going to have to go to Europe. That's 1996. Europe started.
I
And
was there.
you were there too?
I
Oh my
was there
God.
for 6 years.
Really?
Oh, Mrs. Ambassador.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. So 1996.
Wait a minute. Should we
Oh.
stop recording?
Well, we can. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we went to 1996. It was a big, what do you call it? A strike. So for Thanksgiving, we went to Paris because the kids are off, so we could take off a few days extra. Then I remember, that's when, when Europe started, I needed to find somebody to prospect someone. So I asked, do you know anybody in Europe? Do you know anybody in Europe? Do you know anybody in Europe? So finally, it was our children's painting teachers, another student's mom,
sister,
who lives in Paris. So I said, can you introduce her to me? Because we're going to go there Thanksgiving and I need to sign somebody. I need to find somebody in France. So I could say that, hey, I found somebody. So they gave me the name of this lady and we went to Paris and we hit this big strike. We stayed at
George Sang.
We stayed at George Sang on George Sang Hotel. It's part of Sheraton, I think.
Oh, no, not George Sang. Next door to George Sang is the Prince de Galles. Yeah. So then we went there. We couldn't go out because there was no subway, but at least it's very close to the Arc de Triomphe. Okay, so we visited and I prospected and I asked the people, and then that lady told me she is not interested because she apparently was doing another network marketing. And I says, oh, I tell myself, oh, 4-letter word, coming here for nothing, right? So after 3 days, we actually hired a private guide that speak English because our kids, they only speak English. On the day we're leaving, I said, what do I do? Maybe I should just be nice, be polite and call that lady up. Said, it was really nice meeting. Yeah, say goodbye. And then she said, Marguerite, didn't you say you were going to call me? I want to see a demonstration of your product because we only had facelift. And the taxi is downstairs waiting to take us to the airport. And this lady's ready to look at my new skin product. And I go, oh my God, what am I going to do? Luckily, Pat and the kids came home. I went on to Germany. I think that's what I did. Yeah. So you changed your routing, came back to Paris to meet with her.
Yes. So I took the routing. Actually, I called one of my other Taiwan downline that lives in Paris, Madame Fu, and she went to do a facelift for this lady. So I flew to Germany for 3 days, and then I came back. I changed my routing last minute, come back to Paris, and I did a opportunity meeting. And so it was really funny. I remember when I did the meeting, she invited some friends over, and there was this lady, older lady, actually maybe she's only a year older than me, but anyway, a very, elegant lady. And she said, So I share my story because, you know, I used to live in France. And she goes, oh, my husband works also for the foreign ministry. And then he's in Africa. And I said, where in Africa? He says in Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. And I said, oh, I know that place. My dad's a good friend of his, you know, Uncle Chen lived there. And she goes, oh, Chen Gensen. She says, that's my mentor. That's my husband's mentor. And when I heard that, and I know this lady, she was introduced, she was like she has a beauty salon or whatever. And I said, yes, if she knows Uncle Chen, who's my dad's friend, and that he was her mentor, I know I got her. So she came in and she did New Skin for a long time. And then she introduced me to my first level right now, Yuying, you know, in France. And so that's how that line came about.
Yeah, we have a group in France because of that.
Yeah, we have a group of friends in France. And that was fun. So every year we've been going every year except last year.
We haven't been anywhere last year.
We're not, yeah. So hoping if, you know, if London trip is good for this year, then afterward we'll probably go to Paris. Monica, you'll be going, right? Yes.
Yeah, yes, right.
Yeah, go with us, yes. Maybe go with us to France afterward. We can have fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
If
all
the
the
topic
Timilees,
still-
come and join us, okay?
yes, sure.
Oh, be forewarned. Going with her, you know, you may wind up buying an apartment in Paris.
Right? She may not, I don't know, depends, right? Yeah.
Too
So
far.
that's okay. Do we ask all the questions? Yes. Okay.
Well, I guess you can ask yourself this.
I'll ask you. Okay. What is your favorite product?
Celtrix.
Celtrix. Why?
Okay. Well, when Hong Tai came, you know, we knew that everybody knew that his hair got improved, right? And I asked, and he was a walking model. Everybody wanted to take pictures with him. I figured, okay, we're in this business, so I need to help grow the business too. And obviously, I don't need Nutriol. I mean, that was 33 years ago, and look, no, I still have hair.
Still have
right?
lots of hair.
So at that time, Celtrix came out. So I secretly put Celtrix on half of my face, one side of my face, okay? And after a week or 10 days, you know, I could see some difference. So I told her, hey, look at this. This new product really worked. And she said, oh, that's a good idea. You, notice, not we, you.
Naturally. Guys have a
You.
thicker skin.
You continue using Celtrix on half of my face, and I can use this as a walking model. I said, gee, all right, I'll do that on the condition that, you know, when the new skin income exceeds $5,000, I'll quit because I need my face back. So that's what I did. Use Celtrix on half of one side of my face until, well, the $5,000 check came, and I said, okay, now I'll stop this experiment. She said, wait a minute.
Cannot do that.
We need to sit down and talk about this. Hong Tai, our sponsor, was making a lot more than 5,000. So what? What do you want
Make a
then?
deal. More.
Let's continue until 10,000, 15,000,
20,000.
20,000. So one day we were in Hong Kong giving a meeting, and some guy in the back, you know, did this to his friends, pointing at me, look at the face. And the guy, his friends said, gee, the guy was about 30 feet away from me, and they could see a difference. You know, my face must be pretty crooked. So that's why I stopped using Celtrix on half of my face. And now I have to say that I didn't use the full dose, the recommended dose on the face, because it's the results are too obvious. But I continued doing this for 4 years. All right. So I don't know if you can still see the difference.
Now, so one side is
See.
33 years and with the other side is 29 years.
29 years.
So if you look at his face, I don't know if you can see or not. Maybe you need a closer face in the middle.
Ah, they can see
We can see, we can
this
see.
side,
Yeah.
this
Yes.
side, right?
The pores
Yes.
are just a bit smaller.
Well, the thing is,
Signet-
yeah, for those you guys, you're crazy, okay? Okay. Well, if you doing this on one side of your face brings results like ours, would you do it?
Sure, sure.
Well, especially now you have much more powerful products. You know, self-check is kind of slow. Try to do this with the facial spa for 4 years. Ooh,
I know.
ooh.
And for facial spa, you really will go like that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, you don't have to do it for 4 years, just 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Once or twice, 2-3 times a week, you know, it'll show the difference. The idea there is to show that the products bring results. Okay, so it's not, I mean, one thing you need to show to others is what? The products are good. How do you show that? Do a demo. It's very basic. That's why all our groups that started long ago started with a facelift. You know, ask Frank,
Yeah.
ask Monica. Okay, I mean, Mary. We all started with a facelift. We
Yeah.
didn't have spa or
We
Lumi
didn't
spa,
have, we did
facial
not have
spa.
spa.
Yeah, when we started, there was less than 20 products.
Yeah.
So we used the product that gave the best, the fastest results, and that's a facelift at that time. And that's how we built it. And you can do the same thing now. You know, with this, the facial spa is even faster. And I guess we don't have the boost yet. I know I can't wait until the boost comes.
Yeah. Okay. So, were your friends and family supportive in the beginning? I would say we have friends who are supportive and friends who are not supportive. I remember when we first started, our best friend, that was our best friend who helped us buy the first house. She says, Marguerite, you have been taken. You spent what, $300 to buy? You've been sucked in. And so up until now, they are still not doing new skin, right? So it's okay. They're still friends. I call it, some of you friends, you got to know them so many years. So I call it, they're still your friends, but I never discuss new skin with them.
Well, when somebody is stubborn, they are stubborn. So
Yeah,
not much you can do.
there's a lot of
about it.
people that are stubborn
Okay.
around us. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
But notice, we started with buying a package of products for $300. That's our initial investment.
investment.
All right, and see what kind of results this
It brought
investment
us.
brought us.
Yeah.
Just sit down and think about that.
Family, I say family is supportive. You know, Pat's supportive. So he was my model.
Yeah,
My
who would sacrifice a half face like this?
And my parents, they were supportive, but they were, when we start our first version of Life Pack, my father was, it's too expensive. I don't need to take it. Why don't you go and sell and make your money? So they refused to take it until my mom wouldn't take it either, until my dad, something had to do with, he was having lots of flu and a lot of cold in the winter. So that winter, so my mom, you know, the nagging mom, your daughter give you this vitamin, you don't take it, see, you're getting sick, blah, 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 blah. So my father decided to take it. After he took it maybe for a year, then the next winter, he wasn't getting so much cold. Then my father started nagging my mom. See, you're done. You make me take this, but you don't take that. So finally, both of them were taking it. But it took a few years. But they're supportive. They're not using the product because they think they save money for me that way. What is the most important things in doing new skin business? What is the most important thing you do in business? What's the most important?
Well, you got to have a clear mindset that this business will change your life. You have to decide, you know, make it a very clear goal, what you're plan to get out of this business. Okay, I mean, this is a simple business, not an easy business, because it's easy to find a job, right? And don't have to worry about finding or talking to friends, doing the demo. A lot of people think this is begging for others to join you. So to a lot of people, that's not very pleasant. Okay, I agree. I mean, talking to people, strangers especially, about the business, but if you can build a big team using new skin, okay, think about this. You can change your life. Like Frank said last night, you got to look at the bigger picture. I mean, it's easy to just, go to a job and let the boss worry about getting the money to pay you. Sure. But what happens when there's a recession and the boss himself have problems keeping his or her job? You think they worry about you?
Yeah. And then the question, how do you handle objections?
Well, okay. To me, I mean, sometimes I feel like, are you stupid? Why did you do this? No. Well, how to handle objection is ask, okay, for example, I don't have money, all right? So you need to find out why they don't have the money to invest. Just keep on asking.
Yeah.
Why? What happened? I mean, why can't you afford? We are not asking for your whole life savings. This is a business that may change your life, and won't you even try? I mean, try the products at least. Okay. The main thing is when they say, I don't have time to go, well, again, why? Why do you think that? They also say, oh, this is a pyramid. Well, that's my favorite. Then I said, okay, since you mentioned it, what is a pyramid? Maybe you can define it for me. Now, what I found out is a lot of people hem and haw because they don't know what it is. Because they heard from their friend, a pyramid is bad. Right? I'm sure you guys have experienced this. Oh, this is a pyramid, very bad. It's okay. Why is it bad? Please explain to me. It's, because it's a scam. So look, we have a company here that have over 30 years of successful history. We have good products, okay? Innovative products. We have a very generous plan. What do you mean this is bad? They think it's bad because they don't understand. They don't know what we are talking about. So you need to sit down and ask them, okay, which part you don't understand? What makes you conclude that this is a pyramid?
Okay. I'm going to ask the next question. What effect does COVID-19 has on your business?
Well, I think all these guys know.
Yeah. And I feel like to us, we learned how to use Zoom. Yeah, I think before this, we didn't know how to use Zoom to be online, very conscious.
Yeah, teach old dogs new trick.
Yes.
Right? I mean, without COVID, we won't be able to meet so many of our downlines. Okay, true. Because of because of COVID, we did Zoom meetings, we did interviews. We got to know, for example, we know a lot of our downlines better. Yeah. Serena, Frank, Becky. Well, Becky will be our next week's guest. Okay, and also, let me see who else is here.
Irene. I would have never known Irene as much. I'm just picking on the people here, right? I know Mary. Mary, we go to Singapore, we meet with Mary. And it's true, we got to know Monica much better too, right, Monica? Because I think before, it's like we go there, there's so many people, you just you're not concentrated. Yeah, but now we do this talk on the Zoom, we get to know everyone, which is, I like it. I really like it.
We normally, when we come to, say, for Malaysia, we'll do a meeting for a big group and we just wave hi to everybody.
Yeah. And then Serena too. I remember, I think I knew her picture. I know who she is, but I never had as much interaction as we do now that we're stuck home.
I know. I know.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, what has New Skin brought you that is most satisfying?
How about you? You keep asking me the questions.
Well, you
Let me
were
turn it
talking
around.
too much, so I asked you the question. Let you talk.
Okay, well, one thing is, okay, first, we found that through New Skin, we made a lot of friends.
We made more friends than ever. I remember one of the things that my first objection was, you're going to lose all your friends.
Right, join the MLF, right?
No more. What was that?
NFL's no friends left.
Yeah.
Not National Football League. Okay, but as it turned out, look how many friends we have here.
Yeah.
Okay, we have friends not just around the DC area, we have friends worldwide.
Yeah. Like,
that's the big difference.
Yeah, and if you see on this Chu Mei, she is from Holland, and then when we went to not last year, I keep saying last year, I mean 2 years ago. Yeah, when we went to Andre Rieu concert, we found out, wow, the concert is right next to her house, you know, so we got to know her much better. You know, before I just hear about her a little bit. Yeah. So this is fun.
Okay, then we make a lot of friends. Okay. Another thing is through New Skin, we were able to help a lot of people change their lives for the better. I mean, everyone here, because of New Skin, I think their lives been changed, and for the better, because, well, like Frank said, no matter what, a lot of people say, I don't want to talk about money. Well, money cannot buy you happiness, right? We've heard that often. But if you think about it, you have a lot less stress if you do have money, put it this way.
Yeah.
Both of us are past retirement age, okay? If we have at a normal job before, if we didn't go to New Skin, now we won't be talking to you guys like this. We'll be counting the money and hoping our money will last.
Oh, that's the next question. What would you have happened if you did not have New Skin?
Yeah, well, precisely. We'll be sitting here counting our money, hoping that this money will last before
the day
we disappear. Okay, that's the most worrisome thing for most retirees, right? What happens if my retirement money runs out? Now, because of New Skin, we didn't have that worry. Okay, yeah. So we are changing a lot of lives. Plus, like I said earlier, through the university, we sponsored this student somehow. He came out with this invention that can save a lot of lives. So essentially, indirectly, we are helping to save lives too. So, that's something that, what shall I say? That's very satisfying to me, at least, that we can help so many other people, not just within the New Skin organization. All right, outside New Skin too, we were able to help, and who knows what next will come.
Yeah. Okay. So it is already. What
time is
10:11. Yeah.
Oh, we've been talking for
too long.
I know. See what happens when you get this started on New Skin.
Yeah.
You keep talking until.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions? Everybody was so quiet. I mean, you can unmute yourself and raise your question if you like.
Yeah.
Well, Ted and Margaret, this is Serena. Definitely want to know what you did to make the income that big in the first 7 years. I mean, that's amazing. Like 1 month income is like bigger than 1 year income as a lawyer. What have you done in the first 7 years?
Actually, I have to quote. No, I want to say.
Wait. We lawyers don't get paid much, okay?
Still,
but I have to. Last night, Frank was giving a talk, and then we watched his last slide. It was like, what? Start small, dream big. And so I thought, I think maybe because Pat says you know, I would join you full time only if your monthly income is bigger than my yearly income. And maybe inadvertently,
Joe,
that-
do the work
that
harder.
was goal setting. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was a
Yeah.
goal setting that our new skin income has to make it so big that it was bigger than his yearly income, then he'll join me full time.
Well, one thing is, okay, shortly after we joined New Skin, we recruited the Kishimotos.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
You